didn't wanna ride, and that's fine, no mind. Baby, give me a reason. Tell me just how you feeling.
Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing a little Q&A so you guys can get a little bit to know about me, and so hopefully in the future I get to know a little bit more about you guys. Please give me a like, share, comment, and subscribe. So today we're going to be answering a couple questions that I got off of my social media pages. All my links will be down below, and hopefully you guys can give me a little follow. So here we have a couple questions. I got about 30. So hopefully we get through them. Okay, so my first question is, do you have any kids? So yes, I do. I do have a daughter. Her name is Janessa, and she's 4 years old. Let's see here. What has the mommy life taught you, and how you reacted to having a baby girl? So the mommy life taught me to be very patient, to take every step at a time, don't rush anything, and obviously to enjoy being a mother, enjoy having that presence, and also responsibility. And how I reacted having a baby girl, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was happy and not at the same time. So long story short, when I was younger and stuff like that, I would always say, oh, I want a girl first, this is and that, blah blah. And then when everyone found out I was pregnant, you know, since there's a lot of girls in my family, you know, they were like, oh, you should have a boy. So I did want a boy at the time, but I was happy and not at the same time, you could say, because I always said I wanted a girl first, but just because I had everything in my mind of having a boy, you know, that kind of put me down on that. But I'm very grateful for my daughter. I'm happy that I have her. She's very smart. Hopefully in the future you guys get to meet her. And yeah, so it says here, what age did you give birth, and what age do you feel is too young to be a mom? So I'm a young mother. I got pregnant at 15 years old and had her at 16. And says here also, what age you feel is too young to be a mom? So me personally, I feel like I was too young, just because, you know, obviously I cut my childhood short a little bit due to the age obviously I had her. But I feel like at the same time, if you're ready, responsible, you got a job, you have a place to have your child and everything, you know, you're never really too young to have a kid. I would say though, 16 is kind of young to have a child, but you know, obviously I'm not the first one who had. So I pretty much would say, if you're responsible enough to take care of your child and you have the money financially and you're stable and everything, then, you know, that just depends on you. It says here, how old are you? So I am 20 years old. I just turned 20 in June. So yeah, I'm 20. Says here, where are you from and what's your nationality? So I am currently from Providence, Rhode Island. If you guys don't know, Rhode Island is the smallest state in this country. I'm off the East Coast, I believe. Yeah, the East Coast. And yeah, and my nationality is I'm Dominican and Jamaican. So that's my nationality. Next, are you single? No, I am not single. I do have a man. What's your height? So I am 5'3". That is my height. What made you want to do YouTube? So I've always wanted to do YouTube since I was little. I feel like in my family there's a lot of like people that do a lot of things. So I have singers. I have my uncle, he's a producer. I have musicians in my family. And I just feel like being on camera is something like I would love to do, something that I like to be doing. I can't really express what made me want to do it. I just felt like it's something that like it's in my heart to do. So that's what made me want to do YouTube, I could say. Sorry guys, someone called me. So like I was saying, I don't really know what made me want to do YouTube. I just know that's something that is like my passion, you can say. Yeah, it's just something that I've really been wanting to do for a long time, and I feel like right now it's a good time to start, and hopefully I grow as time goes on. Alright, so next question. How many kids do you want? So currently, as you guys know, I do have a daughter, and I would like to have, and maybe 3, probably 4. But 4 is like pushing it, but like 3 is like my max. So we'll see what happens. You know, if I ever have more kids, if I have another one, we'll see if like 2 kids, how that would be. And damn, this little hair is like messing with me. But yeah, we'll see what happens with 2 kids in the future. And if I feel like I want more kids, we'll just keep going. I just feel like the world is full of surprises, so who knows? I could say I want 4 and come out with 10, but you know, we don't really want that. But you know, so yeah, I want around 3, max 4, probably. So also I see, next question. It says, where do you see yourself in 5 years? So I see myself owning my own business. I do a couple things. So hopefully, like, I see myself really successful, hopefully on YouTube as well. That could be one of my things. I really want to be an influencer and give you guys good content and just progress in life. So that's one of the things I want to do. Hopefully in 5 years, I'm way far from where I'm at now, right? So next question. What was your first job? So my first job was actually at Chipotle. I started working there at 16. Well, you can say my real job, like getting paid by check and everything. I've been working since I was 14. So technically I worked at a salon was my first job. But my actual job, like working like getting a check and everything, I was 16 and I was working at Chipotle. And if you guys hear any noise in the background, I do have my daughter, so you know, little disclaimer you can say. But yes, I do have my daughter with me. So my next question is, do you want to travel? Yes, of course I do want to travel. I have a couple places where I want to go in mind. Hopefully I can bring you guys with me onto those trips. My next trip hopefully is New York and then Florida. I'm trying to go out of this country, you know, to visit my countries and, you know, see other countries. But yes, of course, I do want to travel. Next question. How many siblings do you have? I have 2 siblings. So I have a sister and a brother. But I'm the oldest. And then it goes me, my sister, and my brother. How did you meet your man? So I met my man working at Metro. So I used to work at Metro. It's a phone store. So they call it now Metro by T-Mobile. But yeah, I met him at Metro. If you guys want to hear the story on how we met exactly, please give me a comment down below and I'll make a separate video on that. Who inspires you? So who inspires me would be more my mom, I could say, and I have a couple influencers on TikTok that I forgot their name, sadly, just because I watch them, but her name is Diana Rose. If you guys look her up on TikTok, I might put her somewhere around here so you guys can go see her social media. She is one of my influencers, mainly because how she was able to, you could say, blow up kind of ish, or you could say blow up, and she's not from the same area. She lived only an hour away from me and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, if she can do it, why can't I do it? You know what I mean? So I'm more of a, why can't I do it? Like, I gotta push myself to do it, and you know, I can't stop until I get there, because if I try to do something and I just stop, then I'm like, okay, I'm never gonna get there. So yeah, she is one person that influences me a lot after my mom, mainly because how the life how I lived and everything. You know, she tried to do the best for me and my siblings and stuff. So she's one other person that's inspired me a lot. All right, next question. Oh, we're getting a little spicy here. So this is one of the questions. Where you lose your virginity? So I lost my virginity in a car. At the time where I lost my virginity, I was the age of 15 or 14, turning 15. And at the time, me and the person, you know, we didn't have no place to go, so it was one of those moments. I do have a story on that, so if y'all want to hear the story on how and where and everything, also give me a like, comment on that, and I will do that. Next question. What's the craziest encounter you had with the police? So the craziest encounter, I could say I was 9 years old. I lived obviously in Providence, a different side in Providence, and that time, you know, in those days, kids would like to go outside and play and do all this extra stuff. And so I used to play outside with my friends and everything, and we had a couple other friends that were a little older and stuff, getting into trouble and everything. And it was late at night. It was around like 10, 11-ish. And my grandfather, actually, he called the cops because people were being loud and everything, but he didn't know we was outside. So after we called the cops and everything, the cop arrested me and a couple of my friends that were there, just because like the noise complaint. Not really arrest, they detained me, you can say. Obviously I got let go and everything, and luckily, you know, I didn't get really in trouble or anything, because it wasn't really me, it was really the older kids and stuff. We were just outside. Next question. Have you ever stolen? So yes, I feel like everyone has in their life. I feel like even if it was just like a little candy at the store and stuff like that, I feel like everyone has. So yes, I've stolen before. So next question was, have you ever snuck out? And if you did, tell me about it. So I have snuck out before. I used to sneak out around 15, 16. I had strict parents and everything, so you know, it was more like of a rebellious thing, you can say. I really wanted to hang out with my friends and everything, so I was like, you know, F it, like, let me just sneak out. The first time I ever snuck out, I was sneaking out with my friend. Her name was Alex. The first time, it was around, like, I forgot what time, it was late at night and everything, so I waited till my parents fell asleep and everything. And at the time, Alex had her man, and he was a little older than her. So my friend's man at the time was older, so he had a car and everything. So and my room at the time had a door literally to go outside. So I would literally just leave I had a key for the door as well, so I would just leave, and I left. And I don't remember where we went. I think we went to another friend's house, and you know, we was chilling and stuff like that. You know, things happened there. So yeah, that's what happened when I first snuck out. So I was scared to death, obviously, because I didn't want to get caught and everything. But at the time when my parents slept, they literally did not wake up until a certain time. So I would leave like at like 12, 1 and come back like at 4. Literally, we're just chilling, driving around and stuff, and doing, you know, kid stuff. So that's what happened. How do I feel about the LGBTQ community? So how I feel about the community, I have no problem with that at all. I really don't. I don't judge anybody by who they are, what they do, what they love. I could say, I don't care if you love a plant, for hell's sake. If you're happy, you're happy. I don't discriminate at all, you know, so that's just how I feel about that, to be honest. And it's like nowadays it's like that's not something that's like, how do you explain it, like it's so common now. It's like it's, for me, it doesn't bother me at all, you can say. I have no issues with nobody, you know. Whoever you love, that's your decision, and you know, if you're happy, that's all that matters to me, to be honest. Have you ever had a bad experience during the deed? So yes, of course, you know, I feel like everybody has had their moments where they had slipped up, or you know, something bad obviously happened, or you know, whatever, the person you were with you didn't like, or you know, some stuff happened. So yes, of course, I've had a bad experience during the deed. What is my first name? So my first name is Genesis. The name G Henny came from my sister. Shout out to you, Alvania. She's the one that gave me the name. She would always call me G Henny and everything. So I was like, oh, that's a catchy name, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have that as my channel. And yes, but my first name is Genesis. Next question. Who do you miss the most? So who do I miss the most would be my grandfather. He passed away last year from cancer. Rest in peace to him. He was a very strong person. He was so lovable. Everyone loved him. And you know, sadly, because of cancer, he passed away. To this day, obviously, makes me sad because he was a very strong person. He barely ever got sick. So like, for that to hit him like that hit really crazy, you know. So yeah, that's who I miss the most. What phone do you have? So I currently have the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Would you leave your significant other for a celeb? So me personally, I feel like I wouldn't, mainly because it's a celebrity. So it's like, with me, with my partner, I already know who that person is. I already know that person treats me right and everything. Yeah, the celebrity has money, but money doesn't give you happiness. Sometimes money gives you, you know, sadness and stuff. So it's like, I'd rather stay with my partner than be with a celebrity, to be honest. So, but yeah, like obviously everyone will be like, oh, why, da da da. Just for me personally, it's not because of just the fame and everything. It's mainly because of how a person treats you and how well you know the person. So, I got another question. Where are you from? Before, like I said, I'm from Providence, Rhode Island, the smallest state in the country. You guys can look that up. So what do I do for work? So I do a couple things. I do lashes and I do real estate. So the lashes I'm just starting to do. You know, I've been slowly progressing, and I also do real estate with my father. Those are the two things that I really love, other than YouTube. But I started them a little bit before, just because I've had the I could say the urge, not urge, but I forgot that word, the courage to do those first, because I was a little scared to start doing YouTube, but at the same time I was like, nah, I have to. You know, that's something that I really like to do, and like, you only live once, why not do stuff that you like to do, you know what I mean? So yes, I do real estate and I do lashes. Do you want to get married one day? Yes, of course, I would love to get married one day. Obviously not right now because I'm still young and everything, but you know, if my man ever was like, let's get married, you know, I would, because I do love him a lot and everything. So yeah, but yeah, I would like to get married. And true story, when I was younger, I used to always say, I'm never gonna get married, I'm never gonna, you know, be with someone for the rest of my life. But you know, obviously when you get older and you see things and how you live and who you meet and all this extra stuff, obviously things changed. But yes, I do want to get married in the future. All right, and this is gonna be my last question for the night, because it is nighttime. How many tattoos and piercings do you have? So I have, for piercings, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 piercings. Well, like with jewelry in it. Like I have like 4 on each earring, or each ear. But I usually only wear like 2. Well, right now I only have 1, but I usually wear 2. One up here, and then one up here. But I have 2 more holes here, but I don't use them anymore. And the tattoos, I have 12. You guys also want to see a video on how many tattoos I have and what made me get them and where they came from? Comment on that as well. But yes, guys, this was the last question I had. This is the end of the video. I hope you guys like I said in the beginning, please give me a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell me what you guys like. Tell me what you don't like. Give me some feedback. What do you guys want to see more? What do you guys want me to do? And tell me a little bit about you guys. Tell me where you guys are from, what you guys like, what are your passions, and yeah. So peace out.
Who the fuck is this bitch riding through the city on my side? Swear these niggas ain't shit.